Oh, right, Kev. A bit unlucky last week. Any changes?
Oh, well, obviously we've got a couple of players coming back from international duty, so they'll come into the reckoning. We'll have to monitor Costa overnight as well, simply because he played on Wednesday night. But, Millsy's come back and he's come back good, so he'll come into the team. But, as I said, we'll have to monitor Costa.
In place of Rashid?
I haven't decided yet, to be honest. Michael, if I was sure, I'd certainly tell you, but I'm not too sure at the moment. Like I said, Costa's a flow-on effect. If Costa's okay, then there's a flow-on effect in other areas. So at this point in time, Millsy will play, but in place of who, I'm not too sure.
What's the mood been like? Because it was, a bit of a bizarre fortnight in Sydney, wasn't it? One pantomime game and one sort of game where you probably should have got something but didn't.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on the first bit. Mixed performances, but I disagree with probably should have got something. We certainly should have got something last week. And again, analysing the performances rather than the results, last week was, exceptional, was very good. Having said that, the message has been obviously we come away with nothing. We didn't get a point, so let alone 3. So we're going to have to be better this week. It's as simple as that. And that's been the aim throughout the week, and that's been the message throughout the week. And the week's been good, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
You've only had, for your 3 games, you probably only had your first choice 11 out in the park for probably 40 minutes before Mitch went off against Wellington, and that was probably your best 40 minutes that you played all season. How important is it to have everyone back in the reckoning this week that you can choose from and put you at full side out in the park? Luckily,
we've got a squad of 23 players then, but certainly everyone's important. That goes without saying. Everyone's important. Someone else. People go away international duty should make a difference. Obviously, during the week you're down a couple of bodies, and obviously they're quality players. So when they are around, the quality of everything is obviously better. But it's nice to have them back and have them back for a while now without any interruptions. Looking forward to that. And as you said, throughout the Wellington game there was some good patches. Sydney was an indifferent performance, not good enough, and then last week was very good. So hopefully we'll progress on last week's performance.
Is that the important thing now, that continuity?
Yeah, it is, and adding to the mix, there's been other distractions at the football club as well. But as I said, we're paid professionals, so those sort of things shouldn't come into the reckoning, and I certainly don't look at them as a reason or an excuse for anything.
Is there a feeling, you've had 3 weeks under you, now Andrew's got his first game with the Socceroos out of the way, that you can actually now draw a proper line under all that and almost reboot?
Yeah, and things have moved very quickly, and I certainly, I've got an opportunity now over 3 weeks to, really analyse what I want and how I want to set up a structure, and I've purposely took my time in doing that, and I'm adamant that I want to bring someone else in now to complement, Darren and myself, get another body, and we're still a body down, but it wasn't something I was going to be rushed into, and get to the point now where I can, give it some serious consideration and make that decision in due course.
Is in the mix to replace sort of that, to get that experience back into the coaching panel?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to go down and mention names. All I will say, as I said, I've taken my time in making that decision, and I strongly believe that Darren and myself do need some help in terms of another body basically. I mean, Ange's been in the game for 20 odd years coaching, and the first 3 weeks I've been doing it with a body less. So I certainly understand that someone has to come in, and I want someone to come in. But as I said, it'll be someone that I think that'll improve the group, improve the coaching staff, and improve the team.
It was floated on radio this morning, maybe a Holger Ossie.
Well, it's news to me, and it's not something I've given any thought to. No.
Have you got a short list though?
I'm narrowing it down. Yeah, I am narrowing it down, and as I said, it's a decision I'm going to give. I want some clarity, and I want to make sure I'm making the right decision because I understand it's an important one.
Kevin, Adelaide are old enemies of Melbourne Victory. Have the players had to impress on any of the new boys this season how much it means to beat them for the fans?
Yeah, I don't think it certainly does mean a lot, but this comes up every week. It seems that everyone wants a rivalry or a big game against us to create something different. But the reality is, it's from our perspective, it's another opportunity to win three points. But we do realise, and I certainly realise, I've been here long enough to understand what it does mean to the fans to beat Adelaide. So tomorrow night, first and foremost, if we start looking for outcomes and beaten Adelaide, we've got to get the process right. If we get the process right and we perform well, we've got a great chance of beating Adelaide. But so from here on in, it's not about having a look where the finish line is. It's doing everything right, and that started last week. That started last Saturday night. So to get the process right to beat Adelaide tomorrow night.
Your first time coaching against them. Are you worried some hot-headed young Adelaide player might push you off your plastic chair?
Well, hopefully not. I'm a little bit more mobile than John was back then, so maybe I'll get out of the way.
That second 45 minutes against Adelaide in round 2 was probably your other really good 45 minutes this season. Lessons learned for that. Things different now, with you in the chair rather than Ange, and Gombao's sort of style, the high defensive line. You expected them to keep on like that?
I think they've been steadily improving as well throughout their games. Referring back to what we did that night, as you said, we were up against it, and a couple of results didn't go away, so to speak, in that first half. But I've seen patches of going back to, and even that day, it was only 45 minutes that we produced that. It's collectively last week was very good for 40 minutes as well. So it's about improving on that performance and for longer periods, without doubt.